Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been more than a minute, but I have a perfectly good explanation. I was actually completing my project management certification. And that's why I was out for a few weeks. I just decided to step back and get it done. I have been pushing it off for a while, but now I am officially a project management professional, a certified one, even though I have been doing the role. But finally, I decided to do my exam. And even though your girl was really nervous, I managed to score above target, surprisingly. But I'm super happy and I'm super grateful to God and my husband for the complete support. Yeah, so today I'm going to talk about how international students can be strategic and that international students need to wise up based on the current trends that are going on in immigration, because the truth is that the system was not made to benefit us as international students, but to benefit the system, to benefit the economy of Canada. And what that means is that it might not be to your benefit, but in this video we'll be talking about what you can do to make sure that this system, whatever is going on, is mutually beneficial, because it's all about knowing what to do and planning accordingly. So stay with me and we'll be going through it in full details. I'm sure a lot of you guys have been seeing what's going on in immigration with the category based draws, the PNP draws, and everything surrounding that. What it means is that Canada is selecting people that they need for their economy. They're selecting people not based on who spend money for being an international student or who spend the most money by working on a work permit. None of that. What they're thinking about specifically is what will help their economy. And so I want international students, whether you're here or you're coming, to do your research and plan accordingly. So a number of things, I'm gonna try to sum up this video in probably 10 minutes or shorter as much as possible. There's a couple things that I feel like I first need to put out there. If you come as a student, it does not mean that you will get your permanent residency. It doesn't mean that. So, with that being said, with that in mind, now you need to plan. What do I need to do to make sure that I get my permanent residency if your aim is to stay in Canada after you finish school? With that being said, first of all, you need to look into the express entry streams. You need to look into the provincial nomination draws. So you need to see what you'll be eligible for when you finish school and what is your journey. What does your journey look like? Because, like I said, guys, whatever the system is doing, the system is not doing it for you. The system is doing it for themselves. And so, with that being said, one, when coming to school as a student, look through the provinces, look through the eligibility criteria, see exactly what you need to do. Get a pen and a paper and write it down to say, I need to do this to be able to get this. And that's what I want you guys to be focused on, because when the system changes, which when another election is drawn, we don't know what's going to happen. I don't know, you don't know. And so because of that, we need to be preparing ahead of time. For persons that are not here yet and you're on your way, as you can see, they're switching now to the category based draws, which means if you're coming to school to do something that will allow you to get your permanent residency, meaning something that will make you eligible for a PNP, something that is will make you eligible for one of those category-based jobs. So whether you're a French speaker, whether you're in healthcare, whether you're in trades, whether you're in science and tech, those are the fields that you're supposed to be looking at. And there's so much factor that goes into selecting a city outside of, okay, the tuition is low or the cost of living is cheap. But think about it. If the cost of living is low and you can't get a job, then it kind of doesn't balance out because you're making $0 and the cost of living is cheap, but it's going to look expensive to you. So that is also another thing that you need to consider. The cost of living is very important to know, but if the job market is not there for you, whatever, and also whatever you're selecting to study in school, you want to make sure that those are jobs that you will get proper pay for. And proper pay depends on which city you go to. If you're living in Toronto, 60,000 won't cut it. 60,000 for the year won't cut it. It just won't cut it because of just the overall cost of living and whatnot. Some cities, provinces will have different specialties. When I say specialties, meaning there are some provinces that will be in need of certain jobs, whereas there's some that won't be in need of certain jobs. This is what you also need to look at. Look on Indeed, look on LinkedIn, look on whatever platforms that are available online to see where your job is and where will pay you the amount that you need to live your best life, to live your rich life. Because the truth is, when we come to a new country, we don't come here to settle, we come here for a better life. And so, by coming here for a better life, we now need to set up ourselves accordingly for that better life. And I'll tell you guys a little story for myself. And I'm speaking from a point of, from a position of, I know what the situation that you're in because I too was an international student and I too lacked research and I too missed some things that I wish somebody would have told me early on. When I came to Canada, I enrolled to do biotechnology because I wanted to do pharmaceutical. And so by enrolling to do biotechnology, that would have been my leeway into pharmaceuticals.
I enrolled in a 2 year biotechnology program. And honestly, coming from third world to the first world, I was like, oh, of course, I won't have any problems finding a job. And again, this was probably a social media thing. I saw people living their best lives in their winter coats, not thinking, you know what, these people are freezing. But it was just like, okay, I'm going to come and I'm going to do biotechnology. I didn't put any thoughts, any research into whether or not that job will pay me enough. I didn't put any thought, any research into whether or not I'll be able to get jobs. And so when I came here, after I finished my first year of school, I was interested in doing co-op. So co-op is internship back in Jamaica. For different countries, I guess you would call it different things. And so when I enrolled in co-op, I started to look for different job opportunities, and that's when I realized that it's paying $18 per hour. And I thought to myself, $18 per hour? That's not good enough. That's not what I expected. But like I said, lucky for me, even though it's a 2 year program, it's a program that you were able to split. So if you did 1 year, that 1 year would have been a technician it would qualify you to be a technician, biotechnology technician. And if you did that 2 year, you would be a technologist. With that being said, I was able to graduate at the 1 year mark and be a technician and not complete the course, but still able to count that towards my postgraduate work permit. And so when I found out that this is not going to work out for me and the jobs were hard to get, I decided that, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to switch because I was working at the college. And so because I was working at the college, I was doing a lot of project management and I realized that I liked it. And so I pivoted. And that word is very important when you come to Canada, being able to pivot, but without doing the proper research and continue to do the research while you're here, you wouldn't know where to pivot or why to pivot or when to pivot. And so this is a big journey. This is a big journey. This is a big undertaking, migration. And so, with every step of the way, we need to make sure that we're doing research. I can't stress this enough. And when I say research, I don't necessarily mean going onto TikTok and typing stuff in or Instagram because everybody will have different feedback. Go to credible sources. I'm not saying I'm credible, but I'm just telling you my personal experience, what I also want you guys to do. Because I personally lived on CIC. I was taking CIC news every day, stuff like that to make sure that I was aware. So it's very, 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 guys, I can't stress how important it is to make sure that you're selecting not only the right program for you for when you finish school to get enough money, but that will help you to get your PR. So wherever you go, you want to make sure that you'll be eligible for PR, you'll be able to live, you'll be able to get a job. And not any job, because you don't want to be living hand to mouth, meaning you don't want to be living paycheck to paycheck. You want to be living your best life. And so you want to be able to get into a job that you can elevate, and you'll be eventually making your six figures or whatever your goal or dream is. The other thing that I want persons to be aware of is, I know that a lot of people thought, oh, express entry, when I come to Canada, I'll do express entry, I'll do the Canadian experience class. When I finish school, I'll work for a year. Once I get the points for the year, I'll apply to the CEC. Hold up. If you are not qualified for the FSW, which is the Federal Skilled Worker Program under Express Entry, and the only program that you will then be eligible for is the Canadian Experience class, have a plan B. Because I don't know if you realize, but there hasn't been a lot of CEC draws recently. There's been category based draws, and there have been PNP draws. And so with that being said, even if your plan A is CEC, you need to have a plan B, which is what province I'm seeing drawing a lot of PNP, what province is my skill needed in and will allow me to get my PR. Because it makes no sense that you come to get your PR, and then years down the line the government is sending you a note to say, hi John Paul, unfortunately you have overstayed and you have to leave the country, blah 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 blah. We don't want that. So we want to make sure that we are assess the PNP, guys, assess the federal skilled worker, assess the federal skilled trades for persons that are coming to study trades. But you need to absolutely know your A, B, and C. And whatever you are doing, do it now. Do it fast, because we don't know what will happen when there is an election, and if the government that's in power now won't be in power then, we don't know what immigration is going to look like. So I have talked quite a bit, but I'll summarize. I really, 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 guys, please, I'm actually begging you guys to do the research, know what you're doing, know what you're getting yourself into, especially for persons that are coming with family. Don't just do random programs. Don't just decide that you're going to come and study and think that you're going to get your PR. Do research, do proper research. And so to summarize, number one, we're thinking about the cost of living in a program in the province or city that you're going to. Think about, what will I be eligible for my PR? Will this job help me to get my PR? Will this career or job or program that I study help me to get a job in the city that I'm going to? Because different cities, different provinces have different jobs in demand. But will that province or city help me to get the job when I'm finished? Take a look at LinkedIn, take a look at Indeed, just take a look all over the place. Wherever you can. On our TikTok page, we've also been sharing different careers and showing you guys the breakdown of how much you can anticipate, know what you can anticipate in terms of pay ranges, and know if that will be adequate enough for where you're going. With that being said, if the pay is adequate, if the cost of living is decent, and if you can get your PR, those should be your main point of focus. But don't come blindly. Don't come and go somewhere or do something that, okay, one, you see somebody going there, so you're going there. Two, you see somebody studying this, so you're studying this. Three, somebody has this or that, and you want to do it too. Guys, I don't know where you are from or what's going on in the country that you are in. But just like a lot of places across the world, there are things in Canada that can be hard. It can be hard, but with proper planning and proper mindset, we can navigate and we can, live how we want to live. But if we don't plan accordingly, if you go on TikTok, days upon days upon days, you have people saying, oh, Canada is hard, Canada is difficult, Canada is this, Canada is that. And if you ask those same people how much research they've done, some of them, none. Do they know about credit system? Do they borrow the people their money and don't pay them back? All of those factors come into research. And I'm not gonna say even if you do research it's gonna be easy. No. But what research will allow you to do is to pivot. It is so important to be able to pivot in Canada, especially for persons taking their family, persons that already had their careers lined up and were living their good lives, and you're making a switch. Know this. I've always said it will get hard before it get good, but with the right mindset, you'll be okay. And I'm telling you this, guys, it will get hard before it get good, but with the proper planning, proper research, it will get better. I don't know when, but I can tell you some preparation is better than no preparation, just based on what's going on in immigration, just based on inflation. There's so much housing crisis across Canada, and you don't want to be unprepared for it. All right, guys. And so there's so much that I've been taking in since coming back from my study break, that I'm just like, this is one of the first videos I wanted to put out for persons that are coming to Canada. When a couple years ago, 60,000 or 50,000 could have cut it. In this time with inflation and everything that's going on, might not be enough. But I must say, there are a lot of opportunities in Canada. There are a lot of opportunities in Canada. You have to come and you have to want it. You have to come and you have to want to be better. You have to want to do better. You have to want to live better. You can't come and be lazy. You can't come and be like, oh, I'm in first world, everything's gonna be okay. Everything will eventually be okay with God in the midst. But what I'm saying is, if you come with the wrong mindset, it's so easy for this place to make you feel depressed and overwhelmed and just everything. But with proper planning, proper preparation early upfront, I trust that you guys will be a lot more prepared and able to pivot and to be flexible and to, just roll with the punches of life, because nothing in life is easy and nothing come easy. But I want you guys to be aware, be in the know, do your research, and I'll do as much research as possible and share it with you guys. So just make sure that you all are always tuned in and subscribe. I hope I depart some knowledge to you guys and you learn something from this video. And feel free, guys, to comment down below. Let me know what type of videos you'd like to see from me, and I will definitely try my best to deliver. But until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Remember to like this video, share it with a friend that needs to hear this information. Comment down below with what you'd like to see or what you even liked about this video, and turn on the post notification bell so you will be notified whenever I post a video. Oh, and remember the saying, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Bye.